Don't you want to find out what happened to those girls? To Snow White?
I'll handle this.
I'm not sure I've ever been in this hallway. Why are they keeping him so far down?
How can we be certain you're really you this time? I mean, it's her.
I have access to your file, and I know what really happened with your second wife. Would you like me to tell everyone?
Snow is dead. Snow White was murdered. This is about Snow. Someone murdered Snow and Faith. Someone murdered Snow White. 2 women are dead. Snow is dead. Snow White was murdered. This is about Snow. Someone murdered Snow and Faith. Someone murdered Snow White. 2 women are dead.
This is pointless. I couldn't agree more. For once, this is going nowhere. Amazing how he somehow manages to make this look difficult. I would have cracked him by now if you hadn't interrupted before. Come on, Bigby. You have other options. Use them. It's obvious he's not giving anything up this way. Make him pay for it. Keep pushing it, Bigby. He'll give up what he knows. Can we move this along? If you need some assistance, I'd be more than happy to provide some. It appears your words have lost their bite. Sheriff, are you just going to take this? It's time for action, Bigby. Do something.
Come on, Dee. I'm trying to be nice here.
You looking to change your occupation? You'd be good at it, I think. Big picture, I'm planning on buying a new hat. Maybe one with polka dots. You can't imagine what it's like living in a little shithole with no air. Especially with this heat wave going on. Have to find some place to cool off. I had to take a look around first, of course, make sure everything's up to code and whatnot. Except for this big hole in the wall. Might get drafty.
You can't fool this nose.
How would she know? How do you know what perfume I wear?
She got your perfume right. She's wearing the perfume.
Is that significant?
Her fist is clenched. No marks on the knuckles. It's possible it's designed not to.
Designed not to hide track marks?
Good point. You can't fool this nose. Anyway, it means it's not a perfect match to your leg. Unless...
I've never seen her face before now. I didn't realize...
Are you gonna be okay?
I want to stay.
This is weird.
No, I'll be fine.
It's just a body, Snow. If you can't do this...
I'll be fine. It's just a little strange. Just do what you need to do. If the glamour is supposed to make her look like me, shouldn't it be concealing things like track marks? Why would it change everything else? I've never seen one this sloppy.
It might be a cheap one, just to get the job done.
Black market or not, it's a pretty good match.
It might just be failing.
Unless someone is making glamours illegally? The witches upstairs know what they're doing, that's why they cost so much. It looks like it's failing, but glamours aren't supposed to do that.
It's not encouraged, for sure, but there aren't any laws specifically forbidding it. It's not technically illegal, miss.
Yet another thing to worry about.
So there's some sort of black market for glamours?
There's an extra one here. Look at that. The buttons aren't exact either. Check her mouth. There might be a ribbon in there, like before.
Nothing.
Can you close her mouth?
It looks just like Faith's did. Did Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
No. He said he wanted to run more tests. So far, he can't detect any spells on her, so we're not sure how it was done.
There's no knife sharp enough to do that.
Lovely.
Or a hickey.
Could be a bruise.
I don't wear a brooch like that. Looks like something from the homelands. Buffkin, do you recognize these symbols?
No, nothing I've seen before.
Maybe it really belonged to her. Not part of the glamour.
She was tied up?
They tied cinder blocks to her ankles, so she would sink.
Oh, maybe she was grabbing something?
Only way to find out. I can see something. Pretty heavily, too. I hear they only go for the legs if they've used up the veins in their arms, or if they're trying to hide the marks.
Don't be ridiculous.
You're right. These buttons are wrong.
What?
I wonder, Snow, I need to open her coat.
Okay, Bigby, just let me do it.
Snow, do you mind if it's nothing. Forget it.
Here.
You still okay? We're making progress. Let's see what else we can find. It's not you, Snow. It's just a body.
What have you found out? Sorry, that took longer than expected. Well, I certainly hope you're behaving yourself up here.
Her glamour is defective. She was using Mundy drugs.
Now that you're done smashing bottles on people, now that you're done burning people, now that you're done punching people. Yes.
We're thinking it's black market. We should really be regulating this kind of thing.
Oh. Defective. Track marks? We don't know what those drugs do to Fables. I've never interacting with the magic.
I'm sure it's fine. Fables have used Mundy drugs before. Haven't they?
Pretty heavily, too, judging by the track marks on her legs.
We have no idea what those drugs do to Fables. Well, get on with it then. We can't waste too much time here. The killer might be preparing another attack as we speak. Well, get on with it then. We can't waste too much time here. The killer might be preparing another attack as we speak.
We're still looking. We should keep going. Is that necessary?
I'm just trying to see if the clothes are exact. Are you wearing silk lingerie, Snow? She had the perfume with her.
So, someone gave her instructions.
What is that?
How do you know what perfume I wear? I've seen things like this before.
I don't think it's wise to fool around with that. It's some kind of black market magic. Who knows what it could do?
It's definitely magic. Though witches don't usually craft objects these days.
Will you keep quiet? You worry too much, Crane.
This really isn't wise. It could destroy all of Fabletown for all you know.
Do you really think she's just been wandering around with something that powerful?
I'm a very busy man, Miss White.
Well, then why haven't we made any laws against it? Why are you so worked up?
Let's just have the witches look at it. There's a reason we don't want just anyone using magic. It's dangerous and unpredictable. If you can't get it open, That is hardly the way you should speak to your superior.
We get it. If he can't get it open, you can take it up to the witches. Satisfied?
Spare me the sass, Miss White. Really, this is taking too long.
I noticed it was missing, but I didn't think. Someone must have taken this from my apartment. My sister and I don't talk much anymore. This was the last picture I had of Rose and me. Who did this, Bigby? Is that...
It's your hair.
Let me guess. It's my hair.
Yeah, she's a troll. Can we move on? All right, you can calm down.
She's got horns and everything.
It's not like you haven't seen a troll before.
There's a lot that wasn't there before, miss.
That wasn't there before. I can see that. It looks like Holly. Who do you think she is? I don't know many trolls, I'm afraid.
She looks like Holly.
Oh no.
What is it?
I think I know who it is. It's not Holly, it's her sister Lily. She was reported missing, but I guess it just slipped through the cracks.
Maybe Holly knows.
The owner of the Trip Trap? I don't think the owner of the Trip Trap? No, she looks a little...
I'm not sure. I guess I've never met her. Hard to believe, especially with so few of us here. The only other troll I've met is Holly.
The owner of the Trip Trap? Oh yeah, Holly's sister. Lily. You're right. I should have done something. And I did nothing. They asked for our help.
We're all responsible for this. It's not your fault. You're right. You should have. You can't overlook people like this. Like you said, there's a whole community out there to serve.
I have to make this right. We have to make this right.
We can still help her. We can find who did this.
Well, certainly another troll.
Who knows? She might know something about this. Who Lily was seeing. Bigby is not in charge of me. What?
You're not coming with me, Snow. It's too dangerous.
You really think it's any safer here? Someone broke into my house, stole a photo of me, and cut off a piece of my hair.
There's a killer out there, Snow. You need to lie low.
And do nothing like I always do. Yeah. Let me just...
We should leave now. You ready?
We should get going. Let me just...
Now, Bigby, I need you to keep me updated this time.
Whatever you say, Crane. I get it. I'll decide what you need to know. Nothing more.
I want status reports.
Are you really going to update him? If the neck wound was the same, there might be a ribbon in her mouth, too.
So, it's not exactly the same.
But there's no ribbon in her mouth. Do you think this was done by the same person? Why bother with the right perfume if the appearance isn't completely accurate? Though the track marks weren't accurate either.
Maybe she was trying to compensate with that perfume. It's not a perfect match with the brooch and these marks.
Why do you want to know? If you're so worried, you should have done something about it. I noticed it was missing, but I didn't think...
I imagine anyone with access to the proper books and training could theoretically produce a glamour.
Don't you think? Just to make sure it isn't dangerous.
Huh.
What?